Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. A very sad news for Indian cricket fans, especially of the early 2010s generation, that one of our favorite players, Suresh Raina, has decided to quit the BCCI cricket scene. This effectively means that he has announced his retirement from playing for Uttar Pradesh, as well as he won't be able to participate in the IPL anymore. As we know that the professional relationship between Chennai Super Kings and Suresh Raina was severed in 2021, the latter half, where CSK dropped Raina due to poor form, and despite the fact of having more than 44 crore rupees remaining in their kitty, they made the decision not to buy Suresh as well as several other franchises, which was a shock to me. But that's how the cricket is. And Suresh played his last T20 international for Team India in 2018, as well as his last ODI in 2018 on the same tour, India's white ball leg of England. And in the Test career, he didn't show much spark. His final test was at Sydney in 2015, but he will be remembered as one of the finest batsmen Team India has produced in the middle order, and his moniker is Mr. IPL, which is pretty apt for his career. One of the most magnificent run scorers in IPL history. He was at one point, still when Virat Kohli was in his form, the highest run scorer in IPL, but he missed the whole 2020 edition, which caused a lot of controversy. But it was buried between him and CSK. Unfortunately, his uncle was killed in a burglary, so that's why he didn't travel with the CSK squad and couldn't fail to replicate his form in the 2021 edition, the starting matches. After that, he was replaced by Robin Uthappa, who took his chances with both the hands. And yes, that was the end of Suresh Raina and CSK. He was fondly known as Chinna Thala by the CSK fans and rightly revered. He was one of the talisman of IPL. When CSK was banned in 2015 along with Rajasthan Royals by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, the two new franchises came into existence for just 2 seasons. He led Gujarat Titans in their debut season to the semi-finals, which was a huge achievement. And until the birth of his first child, he that was the first match that he has missed till 2008 to 2016. So that's a record of any batsman. Not even MSD, not even Virat Kohli has continuously played such games, and his IPL innings were mesmerizing. But what stands out to me was that his couple of innings, I think they are very underrated innings, but that can be the highlight of his career. He scored 36 of 39 deliveries against Pakistan in the semi-final of the 2011 World Cup. Now it is important to keep in mind that Wahab Riaz was on an absolute tear, and despite the fact that Sachin Tendulkar scored 85, Team India's total looked like it wouldn't cross 250. But Suresh Raina played wonderfully well. Not explosive innings, not the most extravagant innings, but the innings that was needed, that stabilized our innings and propelled us par 250. 36 of 39 deliveries, which included 3 boundaries at the strike rate of 92.31. One of the most underappreciated, and I would say it is the most underappreciated innings in World Cup history, as we know that Suresh wasn't a part of Team India's matches in the group stage. He also played a wonderful innings in the quarter final against Australia, where he scored 34 of 28 deliveries, which included 2 boundaries and a massive 6. We know that game for Yuvraj Singh's brilliant 57 of 65 deliveries, which includes 8 boundaries. But these two innings, imagine if Suresh didn't play, Mr. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar didn't have that coveted World Cup title. So these innings are worth their weight in gold, and fans almost forget. I was very angry 3 years back when the BCCI announced the central contract list. Many fans, or so-called fans, or trolls, I would say, were criticizing Suresh Raina and mocking him for not getting a central contract. So I would like to remind those idiots. I'm not here holding back, because that anger has been simmering in me for 3 years. That if this 36 of 39 deliveries as well as 34 of 28 deliveries against Pakistan and Australia respectively, Suresh didn't play that innings, we wouldn't have got the World Cup in 2011. So it is very important to respect Suresh Raina. His technical flaw against the short ball is well documented. But tell me, which player doesn't have any difficulty? Even Virat Kohli has his difficulty outside the off stump or the fourth stump line in the corridor of uncertainty. Despite having one of the greatest careers or the greatest career of all time, there was always a question mark on Mr. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar's ability in overseas condition, especially the fourth innings. He didn't perform up to his potential, which was required. So everyone has their flaws, and it will be very futile to remember Suresh Raina and this problem of short deliveries. He also scored more than 30% runs in the latter part of his careers for India as well as Chennai Super Kings on when short ball was balled to him. So he has developed a wonderful pull and hook shot. So it shows that he was willing to work hard. One of the most hardest working cricketers we ever had, made his debut against Sri Lanka at the age of 19 under the captaincy of Rahul Dravid, and really flourished on the scene with MSD. Their friendship is well documented, and they have a very special relation. It shows that they announced their retirement on the same day on 15th August 2 years back. So yes, and one of the most famous IPL innings of all time. So we remember that game for Virendra Sehwag's 114, the 2014 semi-final between 2014 league stage match between Chennai Super Kings and, or I don't remember, it was a league stage or the playoff game between CSK and Kings 11 Punjab, which is now Punjab Kings. Suresh Raina played one of the greatest T20 innings in the history of IPL and one of the greatest innings ever, scoring 87 of 25 deliveries, which includes 12 boundaries and 6 sixes. Hit Parvinder Ravana for almost 6 sixes in an over, and you can check that innings on YouTube or other social media platforms. You will not see even a single shot hit in anger or out of frustration, or not even a single boundary or six which came off a thick inside edge, which shows his class and the clarity with which Suresh Raina played. That was wonderful. Unfortunately, he got out by George Bailey. Otherwise, CSK would have won that game as well. It was a mind-boggling innings, and fans still remember that innings. His Test career began on a very promising note, scoring 100 against Sri Lanka on debut in Sri Lanka, but didn't reach expected heights, unfortunately, due to this problem of the short ball and lack of form. In 18 Test matches, he represented for Team India 768 runs at an average of 26.48. In which include 107 50s, which he also took 13 wickets. His useful part-timers, bringing us wickets when in need or when the opposition partnership was in full flow. In 226 ODIs, he made 5,615 runs at the average of 35.31, which includes 500s and 36 half centuries and 36 wickets. And in 78 T20 international, fetched 1,605 runs at an average of 29.18, first 100 ever by Team India batsman in international colours. And he scored that 100 against South Africa at Bridgetown in 2010. It was typical Suresh Raina innings, hits all over the mid wicket and cow corner region, as well as cover drive and straight drive. And it is keen to remember that he has certain limitations, but he worked tremendously well within those limitations and maximized his strength. And yes, he just tore down the South African bowling apart lineup that day, and India got a much needed victory, although it wasn't useful in the longer run in that tournament. He became the first Indian to score a century in ODIs, T20s as well as Test matches. So that moniker will stick with him for the rest of his life, and it was well deserved. 13 wickets in T20 internationals as well. MS Dhoni would also would call him to bowl in the middle overs, especially between overs number 20 and 40, to choke down the batsman. And more often than not, Suresh Raina was the man with the golden arm who took many wickets. Now it is keen to mention that he has only retired from the BCCI scene and not from international cricket, because BCCI bars any individual who is playing in IPL or for India to first take retirement and then venture into other leagues. So that's what Unmuk Chand did, if you remember, and now he is plying his trade in the USA Cricket League, and he is plying his trade for Melbourne Renegades as well. Same route is now been taken by Suresh Raina, and he can now play across various franchises around the world in the BBL, CPL, of course not PSL, in the newly launched South African T20 League, and he could also play with the Dubai T20 League, but that wouldn't happen because Dubai and South African leagues are at the same time the UAE League. But he will certainly be part of the CSK franchise in South Africa. That is a no-brainer, and I think CSK must go for it. And Suresh Raina can play in the Sri Lankan Premier League, even the Bangladesh Premier League. Now he has no restrictions, and he can play as a freelancer for at least 2 to 3 years, maybe even 4. So I hope his next innings goes as per plan, and he deserves respect. And he's one of the most underrated batsmen. Media doesn't mention him very often, and that shouldn't be the case, because, as I said, those 2 innings are very crucial. Because of those 2 innings, if we look at the bigger picture, we have the World Cup. So once again, thank you for all the memories, Suresh. You have had a wonderful career, and I hope the latter part of your career, the last remaining 3-4 years, are as good or even better than the first part of your career. So how did you like my tribute to him? Please tell in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, everyone, bye. And I would like to say that please subscribe once again, and please give your feedback in the comment section. Bye.